One last interesting one here. How would you describe how God deals with special needs people if they don't have the ability to decide to follow him?
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. I think it's actually very similar to the age of accountability. I think if somebody has a mental disability or deficiency and can't understand for whatever reason, I think God's grace would cover them as they would a child who's too young to understand that as well. I think that's where God's goodness and grace comes in. People with disabilities are 100% made in God's image, 100% made in God's image, and just as valuable as any other human being who has ever lived. In fact, as Christians, we should care even more about people with disabilities because Jesus went out of his way to care for people who were blind, care for people who are crippled, people who are sick, people who are lepers. He cared for the marginalized of society that the rest of the society did not care for. And sadly, right now, 90% of pregnant ladies who find out they have a child with Down syndrome will choose to abort this child. 90%. In Iceland, it's virtually 100%. They have gotten rid of Down syndrome. Why? Because our culture doesn't want to be inconvenienced by somebody. As Christians, that's unacceptable. Because Down syndrome or not, you are made in the image of God. And there's something beautiful because we reflect our Creator.
That is so true. Thank you for that. Just as a closing thought here, we had a question of what would be a great resource that you would recommend